Death Note is an amazing anime. It's a perfect introduction to anime for all those who are not yet in love with that art style, and an amazing and thrilling story for all of those who already are. I personally am a huge fan of Death Note, and if you have seen our video on whether Death Note is a masterpiece or is basic, you will already know that even though I can understand some of the criticisms, I still think that it is an incredible show and deserves all of the fame and admiration it has achieved. And yet, its ending has left many people unsatisfied for many reasons. Some don't think that Nier should have been the one to, in the end, get Kira. I myself am of the opinion that if L couldn't catch him, I don't see how Nier could, and I really find it a shame overall that L was killed off in episode 26. Others don't want to see Kira die at all, and would want the story to go on, following him into old age as he rids the world of evil. No matter what it is, the second part of the show has left people unhappy, so why not just rework it? That is exactly what one fan did. In his fan fiction manga, he tells a story completely different to the one that we know, one that certainly deserves to be looked at. Welcome to Rebel Culture, where we will look at why this fanfiction ending of Death Note is so renowned and beloved by the community. If you enjoy content like this, then like our video and subscribe to our channel so that we can grow and keep making videos like this one. So, what is this alternative ending all about? We see Light as a middle-aged man leaning over the Death Note, still continuing to write names into the journal and killing those that bear the name. Then Kira, exhausted from his work, puts down his pen and looks at Ryuk, the faithful Shinigami that has been with him, by his side, ever since he received the Death Note as a teenager. The Shinigami is still looking the same as ever. As Light looks at Ryuk, he says one thing: "Kill me, Ryuk." Baffled by this unusual request, Ryuk doesn't respond. But having spent decades together, Light knows just too well why Ryuk is surprised. After all, he was still writing names in the book. He's surely far from done with his quest to punish all evildoers. So Light explains, I'm tired of a life that keeps killing others." Ryuk is disappointed. He dropped the Death Note to have some entertainment and to be released from the desolate Shinigami world. A vacation, so to speak. But he abides by Light's request and writes Light's name into his own notebook. As Light awakens, he looks around and sees that he is now indeed in the Shinigami world, much as he has suspected, knowing that by using the Death Note, he would neither go to heaven nor to hell. Looking like his younger self again, he is eager to know what will happen. But he doesn't have to wait long. Soon there's a pounding and tightening in his chest as an ominous voice says, "Otoharada Kuru, heart attack." As Light reawakens in the Shinigami world for a second time, he tries to understand what just happened, and the voice says, "Shibuimaru Takuo, car accident." Light experiences the crushing of his body. As he comes to himself again, he suddenly realizes what is going on. He's experiencing every single death that he inflicted on others by writing in the Death Note, made to suffer the same pain that he caused. To this realization, Ryuk replies, "This is the atonement of whoever used the Death Note." Looking at the shock in Light's eyes, Ryuk realizes what Light thought would happen as he entered the Shinigami world. He thought he would become a Shinigami too. As the next death comes over Light, Ryuk explains that the voice is the king of the Shinigami, as he is the only one that can write a name multiple times in his Death Note, killing the same person again and again and again. At the same time, the next death is inflicted on Light, as he strangles himself to death, begging for help from Ryuk that he knows he won't receive. Screaming for the release from the cycle of death, Light chokes until he has died once more. But upon awakening from death again, he is back to his old self, in control, with a scary smile on his face, breaking out into full, uncontrollable laughter like a maniac. While Ryuk thinks he has gone crazy, Light has finally begun to think clearly. He killed 124,925 people. He argues that this should be enough time to find the King of the Shinigami and make a deal with him. Light's new goal is to lend the King of the Shinigami his own intelligence, and to help rebuild the Shinigami world. And should the king be unwilling? Well, Light is no stranger to killing. Light and Ryuk walk off into the white backdrop of the manga, leaving their future unknown. There are so many reasons why this potential new ending is so beloved. One of the main traits of Light is that he is smart. He can outthink nearly anyone, and with that, he is a control freak. Being 3 steps ahead of everyone has made him so used to being in control that anything but that just isn't like Yagami that we know. So while initially surprising, it actually makes a lot of sense that rather than waiting for his time to come, he eventually chooses when he wants to die. He is in control of his death like no other will ever be. But once dead, things quickly unravel for him. We see Light losing control as he realizes that he entered the Shinigami world not to become a Shinigami himself, but to experience the 124,925 deaths that he caused. He loses control, becomes scared, even to the point where he begs Ryuk to intervene and save him. But this episode of acting like a scared human only lasts for a short while. He returns to the Light that we all know and love and fear, with a plan. Even with the clear fact that he will experience over 100,000 deaths, he has still regained control, playing yet another game with a surely formidable opponent, the King of the Shinigami. As in life, Light too finds control and purpose in death, rebuilding the Shinigami world. This ending fits the character so much better than the death that we see as a result of his face-off with Nier. It fits the character and gives so much more opportunity for continuation, which is part of the reason why people love it so much. Even Ryuk would be a lot happier with this ending. He was in it for entertainment from the very beginning. And with Light being dead, his entertainment is dead too. He would have to return to the demolished world with gross apples and have not much to look forward to. So of course, in this alternative ending, he would be thrilled to join Light on his quest, as it will guarantee him some entertainment for a little bit longer. In many ways, this alternative ending is really just the beginning of a sequel. Even if the producers of the potential show wouldn't want to mess with the ending, they could just make a season 2 of Death Note, which could literally be a continuation of where season 1 left off. Light dies, and while experiencing the deaths he inflicted, he tries to find his way to the King of the Shinigami, convincing him to change Light's fate and to rebuild the Shinigami world. I know I would definitely want to watch that show, and judging by the popularity of this alternative ending, so would many others. And there is a high chance that Light and Misa Amane would actually reunite in the Shinigami realm once more. The last we see of her, she's shown to be standing on the edge of a rooftop. While the series doesn't explicitly show her death, it is heavily implied that she will commit suicide. For one, her obsession with Light always went beyond life and death. She got the Shinigami eyes twice in a row, once to find out who Kira is, and once for Light so that they could find out L's true identity. So when it comes to Kira, Misa does not care about death. She even explicitly said so in the show, quote, "If Light died, I couldn't live on without him," end quote. Given everything we know about her character, it is highly likely that she would kill herself sooner or later after finding out about Light's demise. Since she also wrote in the Death Note, she would be perfectly capable of joining Light in the Shinigami world, continuing to be as much of a beloved character in this hypothetical season 2 as she was in the real show. What about you? Do you prefer this alternative ending to the one in the anime? Let us know in the comments. For now, I will leave it here. Thank you so much for watching Rebel Culture. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. And if you want to stay updated on our new content, then subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Plus, we have tons more content, so why not check out some of it right now? Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon here in Rebel Culture.